Hello student, taking the chapter population forward. Now we are going to discuss about the remaining part of the chapter in part 3. In this part of the chapter we will discuss about the characteristics or qualities of the population. Characteristics and qualities of the population are age, sex, composition, literacy level, occupational structure and health condition. Age composition. The age composition of population refers to the number of people in different age groups in a country. The population of a nation is generally grouped into three broad categories. First category is children, generally below 15 years. They are economically unproductive and need to provide with food, clothing, educational and medical care. Working age 15 to 59 years. They are economically productive and biologically reproductive. They comprise the working population. Aged above 59 years. They can be economically productive. Though they may have retired, they may be working voluntarily, but they are not available for employment through recruitment. We can better understand the age composition through this graph. In India, 58.7% population refers to working age group of total population. 34% population refers to 0 to 14 years age group of total population and 7.3% refers to aged population above 59 years age group of total population. Now we know about the sex ratio. What do you mean by sex ratio? Sex ratio is defined as the number of females per 1,000 males in the population. We can find out it through general formula. Number of males upon number of females multiply 1,000. This information is an important social indicator to measure the extent of equality between males and females in society at a given time. Condition of sex ratio in India is unfavorable. We can understood that through this table. Condition of sex ratio in India is getting most unfavorable. In 1901, where 972 females per 1,000 male, but it's continuous declining, and according to census 2011, 940 females per 1,000 male. So we can say that the condition of sex ratio in India is getting most unfavorable. So question arises here, what is reason of unfavorable sex ratio in India? Many of causes responsible for unfavorable sex ratio. Many of people prefer boy child due to traditional belief and low socio-economic status of women in the society and low literacy rate in women. These all causes are responsible for unfavorable sex ratio in India. A state-wise condition of sex ratio is very surprising in India. At present, the lowest sex ratio in India is in Haryana, where sex ratio is only 879, whereas the highest sex ratio is in Kerala. It is favorable condition where 1084 female per 1000 male. If we talk about the sex ratio in the Union Territories, Puducherry has highest sex ratio of 1037 female per 1000 male. It is a favorable condition. While Daman and Diu has lowest sex ratio 618 female per 1000 male among all the Union Territories of India. Now we know about the literacy rate. Literacy rate is a very important quality of population. Obviously, only an informed and educated citizen can make intelligent choice and undertake research and development projects. Low levels of literacy are a serious obstacle for economic improvement. According to the census of 2001, a person aged 7 years and above who can read and write with understanding in any language is treated as literate. The literacy rate in the country as per the census of 2001 is 64.84%, 75.26% of males and 53.67% for females. State-wise condition in literacy rates is Bihar is lowest literacy rate and Kerala is highest literacy rate in India. We know about the occupational structure. The distribution of the population according to different types of occupation is referred to as occupational structure. Generally, it can be divided into three groups: primary activities, secondary activities and tertiary activities. Primary activities refers to agriculture, animal husbandry, forestry, fishing, mining and quarrying. Secondary activities refers to manufacturing industry, building and construction work. Tertiary activities include transport, communication, commerce and administration and other services. In the developed countries, generally population involved in the tertiary sector and secondary sector. But in developing countries, generally population involved in the primary sector. There has an occupational shift in favor of secondary and tertiary sector because of growing industrialization and urbanization in recent times. In India, only secondary and tertiary sector is about 13 and 20% population involved respectively. Now we know about the health. Health is an important component of population composition which affects the process of development. Sustained efforts of government programs have registered significant improvements in the health condition of the Indian population. Despite considerable achievements, the health situation is a matter of major concern for India. The per capita calorie consumption much below the recommended levels and malnutrition affects a large percentage of our population. Safe drinking water and basic sanitation amenities are available to only 1/3 of the rural population. These problems need to be tackled through an appropriate population policy. Now we know about the adolescent population. Adolescents are generally grouped in age group of 10 to 19 years. They are the most important resource for the future. It constitutes 1/5 of the total population of India. Now we know about the challenges of adolescent population. The diet available to adolescents is inadequate in all nutrients. A large number of adolescent girls suffer from anemia, mental and physical stress related problems. often results in the abuse of tobacco and other habit-forming drugs. Now we know about the National Population Policy. The NPP 2000 provides a policy framework for imparting free and compulsory school education up to 14 years of age, reducing infant mortality rate to below 30 per thousand live births, achieving universal immunization of children against all vaccine preventable disease, promoting delayed marriage for girls, and making family welfare a people-centered program. Now we know about the NPP 2000 and adolescent population. NPP 2000 identified adolescent as one of the major section of the population and need greater attention. Aim of NPP towards adolescent population. Nutritional requirements. The policy put greater emphasis on other important needs of adolescents, including protection from unwanted pregnancy and sexual transmitted disease called STD, encouraging delayed marriage and childbearing, education of adolescents about the risk of unprotected sex, making contraceptive service accessible and affordable, providing food supplements, nutritional service, strengthening legal measures to prevent child marriage. That's all for today. Thank you.